Minecraft Bedrock Beta is here. This is beta 1.15.0.51. Yes, I say dot instead of point. Sometimes people get upset with me in the comments, but it is here. And there is a whole bunch of stuff added into the new Bedrock version that has a lot to do with parity with the Java edition, which I am very, very excited about. And I feel like one of the main reasons that I personally don't play the Bedrock version and I stay on the Java edition is because there's a whole bunch of little itty bitty things that are different between the two versions that drive me nuts. So we are going to cover a lot, if not all, of the changes in this new beta and be able to show off a lot of the things that are fresh and new with Minecraft Bedrock. So first off, this is the beta, because you can see beta here, beta in the background, beta at the top. If you were not ready for the fact that this is beta, well, be prepared, because this is the beta-iest beta you've ever betaed. So let's play the beta. I'll name this world beta. I've said beta so many times that it's starting to sound weird. Here we are inside of Minecraft, and everything looks basically the same. The first little detail that I'm going to talk about is just that, a very, very little detail. This is something that has always bothered me slightly about the Bedrock edition of the game, and I want to just find a normal egg. But when I search, there we go, perfect. We have some items here, and we are going to throw them on the ground, and look at that, like magic, they actually have 3D extrusion. They are not just images that face towards the player. They are actually three-dimensional items that move around and bounce up and down. I mean, obviously, like the Java edition. The old version of this to me always looked cheesy and bad. The old way that this was done on the Bedrock edition is how Minecraft originally was, but it's been changed for quite a long time, and I gotta say, this way looks way better. Now, obviously, if you have something that has dimension to it, like some oaks and planks or something like that, this is always sort of look like this. So that is the first minor change that I'm going to cover in this video. One thing that I want is I want a clear inventory button. In none of these menus is there a way for me to clear my entire inventory. I have to do /clear, and then I remove everything in my inventory. Please, if you're listening, Mojang, add that. That'd be great. OMG Chad would like that. The curse of binding has been implemented, so any type of armor that has the curse of binding on it, you will not be able to take it off of your player. Now I'm in creative mode, so this I may be able, yeah, in creative mode I am. Let's switch. In survival mode, you can now not take off curse of binding equipment. So that is a nice little feature added. This is a really fun way to prank your friends, is to set up a dispenser that dispenses equipment onto them, and then they've been binded with leather until they die. That's the only way to take it off, is to die. And if keep inventory is on, then it has to, I guess it's item durability has to wear out before it goes away. This is a fun one. Now, whenever you grow a massive spruce tree, that is the putiest spruce tree I have ever seen. Take two. Now, when you grow a massive spruce tree, there we go. The ground is switched to Podsoil, just like it is in the Bedrock version of the game. So this is an easy way to generate Podsoil. Grass is replaced with Podsoil when a huge spruce tree is grown. Next is a itty bitty small little thing, is that whenever you have a flower pot and you put a flower inside of it, you can right click the flower pot with a flower inside of it with an empty hand, and you get that flower out of it. The old way was you had to destroy the flower pot, and then you would get both items, the pot and the the flower, now it is much easier just to use your interact key to sort of get it back, to grab it out of the pot. A few changes to blocks that used to require a block underneath to place. So you have pumpkin, carved pumpkin, and fence gates. All of these needed to be placed onto a block, but now you can place these just hovering in the air like any other type of block. These are not required to be on the ground, sort of like a lantern is required to be touching the ground in order to be placed, which is nice because this will add a lot of building options without needing a support block underneath, say this is like almost even like a redstone thing. We use fence gates all the time in creations where you need a solid block, but you don't want it to impede any movement at all. So now not requiring a block underneath, that's a big deal. Here's an update to some mobs. Pufferfish, now I'm in creative mode, so they're not going to freak out at me right now, have 3 different states. So they have this itty bitty state where they have gigantic eyes, which are super duper cute. Now if I switch into my game mode and I get close to a pufferfish, then it will change its state from the itty bitty pufferfish to a medium-sized pufferfish that it's like it's gonna attack, and then when it goes into attack mode, it gets to full size. Now I don't think I was actually attacked by that pufferfish. I think I'm just drowning. But that was a very good indication that now pufferfish have 3 different states: itty bitty, almost a warning mode, and then an actual I am a pufferfish and I'm going to hurt you mode. Now I actually got poisoned by that pufferfish. Ouch, mean. A few visual changes. You have iron bars that now look very much like the Java edition. You also have the breaking animation of the Eye of Ender, just like you do in the Java edition. Whoa, look at that thing go. And also another minor one is that if you have enchanted blocks and or skulls, then those will show the enchantment animation, the sort of overlay on top of those. Now I could not figure out a way to enchant anything. I was trying a real hard time to enchant stuff, but couldn't do it. So I'd have to probably go into NBT editing, which I just don't want to worry about right now. So just believe me on that one. Oh, found a bug. Oh, wait, maybe not. Weird. Okay, the first time I took that cactus. Let's find this other one. I wonder if it's going to give me the same visual bug. It did. Look at that visual bug. I got a cactus, but it's still there. But then I bet that when I break it, it'll just give me the pot because, yeah, it's just a pot. Yeah, see? Okay. Well, anyway. Okay, well, that's a little bug I just found. Am I going to report it? Probably not, because I'm a bad Minecraft player. This is what I wanted to find, though, is a crafting table, because I'm in survival mode, and who can be bothered? And so I am going to make myself a dispenser, and now in the dispenser recipe, you can use a bow that has been damaged. It does not need to be fresh and new, and as you can see, I will get a dispenser as the output, which makes things much simpler for those of you who have a few bows that you've already used. And that is it, all that we are going to cover for this video in the actual video form, but I am going to read off a few more things off of their post that they have covered, and a few of these are really, really, really nice. So some of the things are increasing iron golem spawn rates. The jumping animation for the horses, I guess, will match the Java edition now. Blaze pathfinding, how ghasts do some stuff. Wolves spawn in more biomes. You got raid bars appearing correctly, adding text to the cartography table, just like all sorts of itty bitty fixes and things that should have been in the game that are now included, which makes things very, very good. I really do like where the beta is headed. I feel like you should get it yourself. If you do want to get it yourself, really the best place to head is to minecraft.net and find their blog post about this, because there's different ways to get it depending on what platform you are on. Thanks so much for watching this episode of OMG Craft. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a big old thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe for future videos, tips, tricks, tutorials, and spotlights here on OMG Craft. I'll see you on the next time. Bye!